It's Mother's Day. Here's the top 5 mothers in gaming. I don't really need to explain this to her. Honourable mentions. Kazumi Mishima. Yo Akuma from Street Fighter, please murder my husband and son. Naotora E. She takes her young son to her army's camp to show him what a battlefield is like, only for Ina to express the importance of rushing the enemy commander, which later gets him killed. Whoops. Dahlia Gillespie. She sets her daughter on fire to birth her cult's evil god, which then sets her on fire. Whoops. Ayame. She becomes pregnant a third time after being raped by her brother-in-law and lets the third kid grow up in scorn and poverty while treating her other kids like royalty. Fucking whoops! Seriously, why does Kasumi want to go home again? Eva. She gave her life to save her sons in 2 continuities. What, you thought all the honourable mentions would be jokes? Sir and/or madam, you offend me. Number 5. Olga Galukovich. This battle is between Olga and the boss, but the boss doesn't really do anything for her kid, while Olga fights and dies for hers. Plus, Olga's kid is adorable, and the boss's kid is, well, Ocelot. We all know how that turned out. Ugh, terrifying. Number 4. Mizuki MacLeod. Mizuki MacLeod, despite being a kinda ridiculous name, is the best Ninja Gaiden heroine. Her husband died at some point and she's raising her daughter alone. She's a genuinely good role model. Granted, she's not the hero, so she doesn't need to go to hell and back to save her kid because she has Ryu for that. Still, the idea of Ryu and her getting together and Ryu helping raise her kid is kinda cute, even if I'd rather he and Irene get married again, because why did they introduce Irene if not to have her and Ryu get married again? My ship! Or at least let him get with Kasumi because he's about the only person who's not a complete bellend towards her. I mean, come on guys. Number 3. Eva. What's that? Why am I including Eva again? You silly bitch. This isn't the wife of the legendary warrior who gives birth to his twin sons who are destined to battle each other in multiple games and multiple Oh wait, no, they're totally the same. This Eva's got bigger tits though. Tasty. Number 2. Sindel. Sindel was both incredibly attractive and incredibly awesome in MK Deception, where she goes on a quest to save her mind-controlled daughter from Onaga's control, which worked as a great parallel to Sindel's own time under mind control in MK3 with Kitana trying to save her. And it was awesome, and she was awesome, and the fucking reboot ruined everything!
Sindel wins.
Number 1.
I will protect Pura. I can never give up on her.
Sophie Alexandra. Sophie is chosen by the gods to be their champion and destroy Soul Edge. She breaks one of the Soul Edge swords but gets some of the shards embedded in her body. After returning home, she marries and has 2 kids. When Soul Edge returns, her sister sets out to destroy the sword in her place because she's a mother. Sophie says fuck that and goes out to stop her from getting killed in her place. Sophie later learns that, because of her tainted blood, if Soul Edge is destroyed, her kids will die and she's left with no choice but to protect the evil sword. She has such a gripping narrative that trumps even Siegfried's quest for redemption, and that story is pretty damn good in its own right. I love Sophie and her story, and a lot of other people do too, to the point that when they introduced Cassandra in Soul Calibur 2 specifically to replace Sophie in the story, they had to bring her back for the console version because fans were pissed. But they didn't learn their lesson because when Soul Calibur 5 came along, she's suddenly dead with not so much as the decency to have it happen on screen. Game characters with parenthood as a central focus of their story are some of the most badass characters in the medium, regardless of whether or not they kill a god along the way. Their dedication to their child, or a child under their care, represents the best of what we as humans are capable of. And yet, they get no respect. They get replaced in adaptations and unceremoniously killed off in terrible stories, and it needs to stop. So this is a message to all aspiring storytellers. There is so much potential with characters like this, and it's a real shame to see it so often completely wasted. So in future when planning out a story, please think carefully before so callously throwing them aside. Thank you.